Welcome back, everybody. This is the third, fourth place match in the TLS. We are currently watching Skzlime versus eOnzErG, where Skzlime is on a roll. He's on the comeback trail, Elegant.
Yes, he is. We've been seeing some good stuff here so far, including a spinning tank. And that's what it's really all about. I think when Blizzard designed this game, they got it exactly right. They included awesome stuff like spinning tanks, critters, just all sorts of crazy crap that they know people like and they need in the game.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, indeed. Although, yeah, just for Skzlime's sake, even though he won that game, I hope it doesn't happen again, because that's the kind of thing that can really shake you up and even cost you a game. So, especially because it's like the first tank as well.
Dizzy units, they're just not good units.
Yeah, it's like if he blocked a Marine, alright, whatever, but he blocked his first tank while he was getting Lurker contained. It's like,
God, it's a little bit horrible. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen to Skzlime this game. Mainly, I don't want it to be decided on some kind of weird error like that. I want it to be decided straight up, fair and square. So spinning tank, fine, yeah, as long as he wins the game. Then more spinning tanks,
as
please,
long as it doesn't affect. I love how you go from fair and square to as long as he wins the game. Then we're okay.
Yeah, maybe I was overstepping the mark with fair and square. As long as he can deal with it, it's cool. Spinning units left, right, center. I'm happy.
So the next map is going to be New Sniper Ridge, as you can see there. Another 4-player map, nice and standard. They are normal ramps on this map. Actually, I guess they were normal ramps on Ground Zero as well. But anyway, there are a lot of up and down ridges in the middle though, so kind of lurker traps with stop lurks and things can be even more effective. Even if they're not stopped, the Marines don't have vision of ramps because it's on high ground, so gotta be a little bit more careful there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what these guys bust out.
Yeah, those ridges always kind of allow for nice little bits of tactical play for both these guys. I mean, because of course the miss chance when you're on low ground has a massive effect, and it just creates lots of interesting defensible positions all over the map, which just kind of make pushing a little bit interesting. And yeah, we can see some interesting situations with that, and I'm really excited to see what happens in this game. I'm kind of rooting for Skzlime because I wanted to do the reverse sweep. Haven't seen it yet in the tournament. I want it to happen now.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean, and I'm really rooting for a Game 5, but I'm actually pretty good friends with both of these guys, so don't want to root too hard for one or the other. But yeah, well, shall we go straight into the game?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Alright. Alright, at the top right corner as the white Zerg, we have IFU eOnzErG, and at the bottom left as the brown Terran, we have SAS Skzlime here on Sniper Ridge.
Yes, we do indeed, and eOnzErG once again in the driving seat. If he wins this game, he takes it home. If he loses this game, it's back even, so it's really still all to play for. Skzlime needs to win 2 games in a row to take this, whereas eOnzErG only needs to grab 1, but still, best of 5s are quite close like that. I mean, it seems like a big deal to do a reverse sweep, but really there's never that much of a safety buffer, so eOnzErG's still going to have to be well on his game because he really doesn't have that many matches to play with. And it's going to be interesting to see how that kind of makes these players react. And I wonder if once again we're going to see a 9-pull coming in from eOnzErG. I wouldn't imagine it would be such a great idea, given that he's spawned in cross positions and it's quite a large map, although he doesn't know it's cross positions yet, of course, so he may still do something like that.
Yep, well, we do have the first Overlord now, so thankfully no 9-pull, thankfully for eOnzErG at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, could definitely have been a possibility. He hadn't made that yet when you were talking about it, so that's okay. In the meantime, just a nice depot here in the base for Skzlime, nothing crazy coming out, no proxy racks or anything like that. I mean, he has shown basically just standard openings all series long, and I definitely expect that from him again. It doesn't seem like he's tried to prepare any kind of crazy cheese. So yeah, just going to put the barracks down here, and we are good to go. And it looks like most likely going to be a 12 hatch here from eOnzErG as well. So both players kind of playing respectfully, gonna go for the macro option here. I like it. Unlike a certain Korean Zerg player who shall not be named, who doesn't play respectfully. These guys are pretty cool.
Yeah. Indeed.
Only like 200 people are gonna understand that.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yes, inside jokes for the win.
inside jokes are great, man, because it kind of rewards people for knowing what's up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we should do. It should be as inaccessible as possible, just because that makes people feel cool. I'm looking at eOnzErG's natural right now, and it's a little bit off topic, but looking into the cliff, kind of above the hatchery and slightly to the left, is that like something in between a hydralisk with a laser cannon built in where the head should be?
Wait, what?
Like, if you look at the hatchery,
yeah,
and then you go up and left to the cliff.
Up and left to the. Oh my god!
How creepy is that?
It's like, it's a Hydra with a laser cannon.
I'm
What
so
the
glad
hell?
it's not just me.
How did you see that?
I don't know.
It's Dustin Browder's in Brood War. It's Dustin. He put the CNC units in the game. Don't they have like dolphins with lasers on their heads or something?
Yeah, they do.
Oh
yeah.
my god. This is it. Dustin Browder he's here already. He was secretly part. Dude, oh my god. Dustin Browder is like Dr. Narud. He's like the shapeshifter Xel'Naga guy thing. So he's actually been on the StarCraft team the whole time. I mean, that's why Zerg is so overpowered even in Brood War. You guys thought it was a coincidence that SC2 has like ZVZ finals all the time, same as Brood War? It's not a coincidence!
Oh wow. Looking at it, it actually has like red eyes, so oh my god, that's really intimidating. Like, I can't even look at it anymore. So
I'm like trying to zoom in with the scroll wheel and I forget that doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, not gonna happen. It's probably best. I mean, that would scar you for life. Yeah, that's scary stuff. God. Thanks, Dustin Browder. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, once again, we have the quick lair coming in from Mr. eOnzErG. So again, going for the 2H meter thing that worked well in Game 1 did not work well in Game 2. But it has, of course, been seen by Mr. Hydralisk. Did I say Game 2? Game 3, I meant. Game 2. Game 3, yeah. No, Game 4. Say I don't know which game it is anymore.
It's Game 4. Alright,
Game 4.
I was fixing my overlay. Apparently, I was just informed that I had the Terran at 17 o'clock. Which I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I guess we can be on military time and pretend that's 5 o'clock, but that's still wrong, so...
Yeah, so it's say 17 o'clock. Yeah, so you done goofed.
Hey man,
everyone take a drink.
I use digital clock, I don't know what's up. Anyway, these Marines are just going to run headlong into these lings that are on top of the cliff, and once again, because they were on the high ground, they didn't see it. But this is crazy. Look at him going for the flash timing here. He's trying to win with 5 Marines. Oh my god, and he could have actually just ran in there and killed a bunch of stuff, because there were a bunch of drones making and no lings. I don't think Skzlime actually realized how much damage he could have just done there. And
supply block as well, you got supply block.
Oh man.
That would have done a bunch of damage.
Dude, Skzlime, you just could have killed him. He could have just done the flash, like, 5 Marine win right there.
He actually could be winning the game right now. That's ridiculous. Oh. Well, that's good or bad for Skzlime.
That's fine. He'll win eventually anyway. He's just teasing us. He wants to make it a good game.
Why did he go all that way and then not kind of push when he saw there were only a few lings out?
Yeah, I guess he must have...
Did you see the ling speed and get scared?
He must have assumed that more lings were making anyway. It didn't want to lose his Marines. I mean, it's definitely fair. Normally, Terrans would pull back much earlier than that. They only push maybe halfway across the map just to kind of force some Sunkens and then move back. I was actually curious why he moved all that way anyway, but yeah, you're absolutely right. If you're gonna go that far, you might as well just, you know, go all out and just attack the natural. Just be like Flash.
Yeah. I mean, be a boss or die trying. You know, that's the mantra. That's what you got to go for. And of course now Mutes are going to be in. So eOnzErG, this is where it starts to get real for him. He's going to have not quite the full complement immediately, but yeah, he's going to have that. He's going to have the 6 Mutino set pretty soon. Once again, with a relatively early third timing for him as well. This really is the way eOnzErG likes to do it, isn't it? No doubt he'll have practiced this a lot, so he should be able to make this work. Skzlime, though, he's going to have plenty of missile turrets up in his natural, so I would think he's going to be safe for the time being. Of course, you can't afford quite a lot of missile turrets when you're facing down against a 2H meter.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, you know, if you look at the arrangement of the natural minerals, they're pressed right against this cliff. Basically there's no vision here, so really nice place for the Zerg to actually harass here, even if you've got good turret coverage. But man, eOnzErG's actually taking a lot of turret fire.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is basically like designed for you to harass. Essentially, it's quite funny because the original version of this map, Sniper Ridge, had the minerals I think against the side of the map rather than against the cliff, so it's much harder. And then Zergs, you know, they were all like, QQ, we want to mute to harass, so the map makers changed it, and now it's really easy to mute to harass. Ah, those Zergs are so whiny.
They are. I mean, what do they have to whine about? They're the cheese race. They've got any number of options available.
Have you seen how many Star League goals they have? Did you read Bear's article? Oh man, I didn't realize it was that bad. They've won like over half of the Star Leagues.
Yeah, it's just madness. And it's just a rubbish like this, museless, and that kind of crap. Yeah, if it doesn't suit them, they just whine about it. But that just means everyone else has to work a little bit harder, and that's okay. That's cool. Skzlime's going to be pushing for this right here. He's got plenty of missile turrets. He should be safe. But eOnzErG's going to be darting back in there once again. The scan goes down there. Did the scan go down over the cliff? I don't think he did. I think it went down elsewhere. But those museless are going to be able to grab a fair few kills. They're getting some decent SCV numbers right there. It doesn't look like much, but they're slowly chipping away. Despite the fact they are taking a fair amount of missile turret damage, so they can't afford to do that much probably. Oh, look at this. Drones actually rallied all the way over to the front of his opponent's base. eOnzErG needs to get them home.
Yeah, and it's quite interesting because I'm looking for the tech here. Skzlime's tech and infrastructure just seems really, really late. I think it's because he's built so many turrets that, I mean, his third base is just now starting. He doesn't have a factory. So even though he's being defended against the mutas, his progression is so slow. And we already see a Queen's Nest over halfway done for eOnzErG. I mean, by the time he has the tech to actually move out of his base, there might be defilers in his natural already. So a little bit... Oh, sorry, the factory's actually in the natural, not in the main, excuse me. But again, you know, the third back's only on the way now, and it's still a pretty tense moment, I'd say.
Yeah, Skzlime's barracks timing always does seem a little bit on the late side for one reason or another. Those mutas finding a decent enough gap to micro over there, although I think the scan went down, so that made it a little bit easier for Skzlime to deal with. Oh, the mutas getting caught, not on the high ground and not concealed as they should have been. More drones rally to the natural, go down there, so 2 drones right there for free, and another mutas goes down as well. Nice for Skzlime, managing to push out without pretty much losing anything.
Yeah, but the hive is already on the way. I think Lurker Tech, yep, Lurker Tech is done, although there aren't any lurkers on the field just yet. And man, eOnzErG's got to fix these drones. He's had like, you know, 6 or 8 drones already go all the way over there to the Terran's natural. I guess that's the the sad thing for Zerg. Of course, in Brood War you don't have 2 different rally points like you do for SE2, where you can like rally the drones and the units separately. Everything goes to the same rally point here in Brood War, so all the drones just end up going to where your units want to be. It looks like some lurkers are going to come here on the side. Is Skzlime going to try and micro against it? It looks like he's going to try and do a spread, but the muta's coming from the back. He's losing a lot of units. Is it going to be enough? I think he has the position to take it, but no. I think the scan wore out or something. He does pull back after killing 2 of the lurkers, losing a lot of his marines in the process.
Yeah, that... I don't know if that was really worth it for Skzlime. He doesn't need to be in any particular kind of rush. Well, he does a little bit, but I don't know how much damage he can do once he does get out there until he has science vessels. So I think he was just dashing into that a little bit prematurely. And eOnzErG going in, I thought he was going to try and snipe the tank. That probably wouldn't have been the best idea anyway. The Muta's going to keep going, going to keep taking out. Marine's doing a nice job there. Finally, eOnzErG really getting his micro in check. He's going to be able to pick off a fair number of these Marines, and that force is just getting weaker and weaker for Skzlime. One Marine managing to be a bit of a boss there, taking out a Mutas all by itself. But this is looking alright for eOnzErG as long as he can hold Skzlime at the bottom of these ridges. And this is where the ridges really start to come into play, because you can just play the positional game. And he can do that all the way back across the map. I mean, there's going to be at least 2 ridges between where Skzlime is now and between eOnzErG's main or third, which he can use to micro over.
Man, that one lurker took like 4 tank shots without taking any damage. It's a boss lurker just abusing that high ground mischance. Man, it's crazy how sometimes units can miss. But once again, we have Greater Spire and Defiler Mount going down at the same time. eOnzErG just sticking to his guns. You know, it worked for him in game number 1. Didn't quite work for him in game number 3. But, you know, that's his build. That's his game plan. And he's sticking with it. Skzlime, on the other hand, I think is taking a much faster third than he normally does. He hasn't even moved out yet. His vessel isn't even out. And yet his third base is already starting here, right at the third base. The Mutas are kind of just barely out of vision there. I think they might even have vision. They're just not in, like, the aggro range of the command center or something. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, they could easily just scoot over there and pick off the SCV at least, and maybe force a cancel. The Marines are a little bit far away, and they'd have to kind of run up this narrow ramp to go defend it. So yeah, they're going to go do that now, and it looks like they are going to just force this down. Of course, he doesn't want to be too aggressive with him, because he wants to save them for when the Greater Spire finishes. You can make a bunch of Guardians right behind the natural. Although if he gets them caught right here, that could be the end of that. Although this command center is very close. I think it died. I don't think it was canceled there. He doesn't actually have much money left.
It wasn't a cancel, it went down. So losing a lot of minerals on that, but it looks like Skzlime is going to be able to break a long way towards eOnzErG natural. And let's have a look at the tech. We do have Defilers out. Do we have Consume done? Consume is not yet done, so this could actually be a nice little bit of a time for Skzlime. Can he get all the way into the Zerg's third before his time runs out? This could be pretty edgy for eOnzErG.
Indeed, but the Guardians are morphing behind his own natural, so it's not like Skzlime's going to have an easy time either. He lost that third command center. His natural very soon will not be mining. How much damage can he do here? It could look very much like last game, where, you know, it's a bit of a trade here, where Skzlime gives up his natural, but in the meantime just kills off the Zerg. But the thing is, he's killing off the third base here. Can he kill off the natural? Looks like, oh, there are the units under the Dark Swarm. The Lurkers, oh my god, the Marines are standing in front of the Lurkers. Why are they standing there? They need to move away. They do snipe the Nidus Canal, but after taking some casualties, he's got to keep these alive to protect the siege tanks, and it looks like he's going to start sieging this down. Meanwhile, more units going out, but now the Guardians have finished. He's going to start taking down the natural. Looks like Skzlime realizes, but the SCVs are getting stuck in the minerals. They can't even figure out how to get out here. The Marines, meanwhile, just running behind the mineral line, going to deny mining here, but that leaves the siege tanks completely undefended. He's just given up his siege tanks here for no good reason. Oh man, I hope the reinforcement Marines come back in time to save this. This one link could just kill the siege tank. Looks like he might barely save it. He is going to save it.
Yeah, just managing to keep that siege tank alive. So 2 siege tanks still at the backbone of this push. Not too bad. Those drones are just hanging around the Nidus Canal, looking a little bit clueless. Is there another side to the Nidus Canal? No, it looks like there is no Nidus Canal exit. So those drones are still trapped, and it looks like this base is actually going to go down. eOnzErG, there's pretty much no way he can hold on to it. He's still laying waste. Skyline's natural though, which is not brilliant. But this is not looking good for eOnzErG at all. All his lurkers are going down. All his drones are going to start going down at the third as well. He's getting more links over there, but those links really not going to be enough. Although that siege tank could fall prey. Just keep one of the siege tanks alive. But eOnzErG's third is done. It is toast. He doesn't have any more defilers, and he does have consume, but that's not much good when you don't have
Guardians could all go down right now. The first 2 Guardians are going to go down. One Guardian survives. He can easily irradiate that. The third base is gone. Looks like Lurker Ling are going for a counterattack. Looks like he's just going to ignore the army at his natural. The army is at that. This could just be a base trade elegant. eOnzErG's gone for the counterattack instead of defending at home. There's no defiler here. There's just a single Lurker. He doesn't even have a hydrogen, so he can't even make any more Lurkers. He needs to focus down the Lurker, though he does. Focus down the Lurker. I think he can take the rest of these units easy peasy. This is so ridiculously close. There goes the counterattack with the Lurkers, but there's Marines on the high ground. They're going to pick these Lurkers. They're going to stop the Lurkers on the ridge. GG! Skzlime makes it 2-2. We're going to a game 5. That's what's up. Yes!
We get a game 5. This is a 3rd, 4th place match to remember. We could get a reverse sweep. I knew you guys were going to look clever. I knew it.
2-2, 2-2, elegant. It's 2-2. Whichever way this goes, even if it's not a reverse sweep, I applaud Skzlime for getting this far.
Absolutely, he has a really nice timing there. eOnzErG's Defiler play, he kind of seems to have a bit of a gap right there, where his Defilers haven't quite come into the action yet, and he just seems to have. I mean, I know Zerg is weak at that stage, but he really seems to be a little bit suspiciously weak at that point of the game, and I think Skzlime might be starting to really realize that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's because he gets the Greater Spire first. I'm pretty sure he gets that before putting down the Defiler mount. I mean, that delays you maybe 20 seconds or something. But overall, I mean, his eOnzErG style is actually quite unique, I guess. Well, maybe not unique, but it's very interesting. It's definitely not the complete standard. 2 hatch muta, but still getting a quick third, and then basically going for hive at the same time as you get lurkers. Normally, when you go for a more defensive 3-hatch muta build, you go for lurkers first, and once you're established, then you go for hive. But he just gets the Queen's Nest at the same time as the Hydra and goes really, really fast for the hive. But then he goes and gets the Greater Spire as well as the Defiler Mount, which is quite expensive gas-wise. So
really
I guess just the way the timing's lined up, Skzlime's figured out this time where he can actually attack, and eOnzErG doesn't quite have everything ready yet, which is really nice.
Yes, I think eOnzErG's going to have to think on the fly a little bit here, otherwise Skzlime might be able to keep hitting that timing. eOnzErG might just have to switch it up a bit and do something a little bit different. But I guess we go to a commercial break, and then we're going to see the final game from the 3rd, 4th place match. It's going to be really, really exciting.
Oh, so exciting. Don't go anywhere, guys.